Welcome to Calmheal, your sanctuary for peace amid the storm. Ever feel buried under life's mess? Work piling up, notifications buzzing, stress creeping in? Picture this. A lotus blooms in muddy water, untouched by the chaos below. Thich Nhat once said, "No mud, no lotus." Today, we'll uncover a Buddhist secret to bloom calm right where you stand, no matter how messy life gets. What if your struggles could fuel your peace? Stay with us. We're diving into a story that turns chaos into calm. Let's meet Alex, a 25-year-old barista in London. His days blur together, espresso shots, rude customers, rent worries, and Instagram's endless scroll. He's drowning in chaos, snapping at friends, sleeping poorly. Sound familiar? We've all had those muddy moments when life feels like quicksand. Thich Nhat taught that suffering isn't the enemy. It's the mud where calm can grow. Zen teachings say, don't fight the mess, sit with it. Alex stumbles on this idea one night, exhausted, staring at his phone's glow. He's doom-scrolling again. Wars, bad news, comparison traps. His chest tightens, but then he remembers a Buddhist prayer. Breathe, you're alive. He sets his phone down, takes a shaky breath. Inhale, exhale, simple, yet it shifts something. The room's quiet hum fills his ears, the mess fades a bit. Zen teachings call this touching the present. Alex isn't fixed, but he's curious. What if chaos isn't just noise? Thich Nhat wrote, calm is possible right now. Alex decides to try. 5 minutes, no running, just being. Those 5 minutes aren't perfect. His mind races, bills, shifts, that snarky comment from a customer. But he stays, breathing through it. Buddhist prayer says suffering and peace coexist like mud and lotus. He pictures that flower, rising clean from muck. Slowly, his shoulders drop, the tightness eases. He hears his kettle's soft whistle, feels his feet on the floor. Zen teachings don't promise escape, they offer a way through. Alex's chaos didn't vanish, but he found a seed of calm. This isn't theory, it's life. You felt that mud too. Deadlines, fights, digital overload. Thich Nhat saw suffering as compost. Messy, but fertile. Next time you're stuck, try Alex's step. Pause, breathe, let the mess be. Buddhist prayer isn't about perfection. It's about planting peace where you are. Alex's 5 minutes sparked something real. Calmheal draws from Zen teachings to show how. The lotus doesn't flee the mud, it blooms there. Ready to grow yours? Let's practice now. Put your phone down, close your eyes, breathe deeply. 5 counts in, 5 out. Feel your breath, hear one sound nearby. Chaos might linger, but so can calm. Alex found it in London's rush. Where's your lotus hiding? Zen teachings say it's closer than you think. Let's dig deeper. Alex's 5 minutes grew into a quiet habit. Back in his London flat, he kept testing it. One morning, the coffee machine jams. Customers grumble, his boss snaps. Chaos swirls, but he pauses mid-shift, steps to the back, breathes. Thich Nhat said, peace is every step. Zen teachings turned that into Alex's lifeline. Don't run, root down. 5 breaths later, he's not raging, he's steady. The mess is still there, but it's not all of him. Think of your chaos. That missed deadline, the group chat drama, the Wi-Fi crash, small mud piles stacking up. Buddhist prayer calls this dukkha, life's inevitable mess. Alex learned to name it. This is frustration, he'd mutter, letting it pass. Zen teachings don't erase pain, they shift your lens. One evening, he's late for a date. Phone dying, rain soaking his shoes. He stops under a streetlight, breathes, feels the drops. 5 minutes, no panic, just presence. That presence isn't magic. His date's annoyed, his socks are wet, but Alex isn't spiraling. Thich Nhat wrote, suffering waters the flower of understanding. The mud's still muddy, but the lotus peeks through. He notices the rain's rhythm, the warmth of his jacket. Zen teachings say calm isn't perfection, it's seeing what's real. Alex's 5 minutes became his anchor, not his fix. Science backs this up. Stress spikes when we resist chaos. Cortisol floods, focus cracks. Pausing drops it, even briefly. Alex felt that shift, less clenched, more clear. Buddhist prayer isn't about hiding. It's about blooming where you're planted. One night, a friend cancels plans. Alex's instinct is to scroll, numb out. He stops, sits by his window, breathes. 5 minutes, he hears wind, feels alive. Calmheal's Zen teachings make it practical. Chaos is mud, calm is lotus. Try it yourself. Next time chaos hits, spilled coffee, a late bus, pause. Breathe 5 times, name the mess, let it sit. Feel your hands, hear one sound. The mud won't vanish, but you'll see the lotus. Thich Nhat knew this. Peace grows in the messiest soil. Alex's story is yours too. Let's keep going. Alex's lotus started blooming wider. In London's grey drizzle, he faced bigger mud. His flatmate moves out, rent doubles, shifts stretch longer. Chaos piles high, but he's got his 5 minutes. Thich Nhat said, "Smile to your suffering." Zen teachings gave Alex that smile. Not fake cheer, but quiet strength. One afternoon, he's juggling orders, phone pinging with bank alerts. He steps outside, breathes, lets the mess hum. 5 minutes, he's back. Calmer, not cured. Your mud's there too. A fight with your partner, a looming exam, news that won't quit. Life's mess grows roots. Buddhist prayer says don't curse it, cradle it. Alex tried this at home. Dishes stacked, emails unread. He sits, names it. This is overwhelm. 5 breaths, he feels his chair, hears a distant siren. Zen teachings call this befriending. Not fixing, just seeing. The mess stays, but it's less heavy. One day, he's stuck in traffic. Late, low battery, rain blurring the windshield. Chaos peaks, but he doesn't honk or scroll. He breathes, recalls Thich Nhat Hanh. The lotus needs mud to grow. 5 minutes, he notices wet leaves on glass, feels his grip soften. Zen teachings don't dodge reality, they dive in. Buddhist prayer turns struggle into soil, not chains. Alex's calm isn't loud, it's steady. This isn't about winning. Alex still stresses, money's tight, shifts exhaust him. But his 5 minutes shift the tide. Science says mindfulness cuts anxiety's edge, less fight, more flow. He's not escaping London's grind, he's growing through it. One night, he's tempted, Reddit rabbit holes call. He pauses, sits with a candle, breathes. 5 minutes, the flame dances, chaos quiets. Calmheal's Zen teachings root this. Mud's messy, lotus shines. You can bloom too. Next time life piles up, lost keys, a bad call, stop. Breathe 5 times, name it, feel one thing, your breath, the floor. Chaos won't bow, but calm can rise. Thich Nhat Hanh saw beauty in mess. Do you? Let's move on. Alex's calm kept sprouting. In London's hustle, he shared his 5 minutes with others. One day, his coworker pre-events, customers yelling, tips scarce. Try this, he says, just breathe. She scoffs, but later, behind the counter, she tries. 5 minutes, no ranting, just air. Her frown softens. She hears the espresso hiss. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote, "Peace is contagious." Zen teachings spread through Alex. Chaos is mud, calm is lotus. Pri is hooked. 5 minutes become her break. Your chaos ripples too. A canceled plan, a glitchy laptop, a loud neighbor. Mess touches everyone. Buddhist prayer says don't hoard it. Share the bloom. Alex taught Priya to pause mid-storm. This is anger. She'd whisper, breathing it out. 5 minutes. She feels her hands, hears milk steaming. Zen teachings don't demand silence. They thrive in noise. Priya's lotus peeks through, small but real. One evening, Alex is on a packed tube, sweaty, late, phones blaring. Chaos churns, but he breathes, recalls Thich Nhat Hanh. Suffering feeds compassion. 5 minutes. He notices a kid's laugh, feels the train sway. Buddhist prayer turns mud into kindness. He smiles at a stranger. Zen teachings say calm isn't solo, it lifts others. His 5 minutes ripple outward. This isn't flawless. Priya still snaps, Alex still stumbles, life's muddy. But their 5 minutes hold. Science nods. Brief pauses reset your brain, ease tension. Alex isn't preaching, he's planting. One night, he's tempted, Twitter's noise pulls. He stops, sits by his sink, breathes. 5 minutes. Water drips. Calm returns. Calmheal's Zen teachings echo. Lotus grows anywhere. You're in this too. Next time chaos spreads, traffic jams, group stress, pause. Breathe 5 times. Name it. Hear one sound. A horn, a voice. Share that calm. Smile, listen. Thich Nhat Hanh knew mud fuels beauty. Where's your bloom? Let's go further. Alex's lotus took deeper root. In London's grind, he faced a storm. Cafe cuts hours. Money shrinks. Winter bites. Chaos looms, but his 5 minutes stand firm. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "No suffering, no awakening." Zen teachings gave Alex grit. Mud's the teacher, not the trap. One morning, he's counting pennies, stomach knotted, heat off. He pauses, breathes, feels the cold table. 5 minutes, he hears frost cracking outside, sees his breath fog. Calm creeps in. Your storms hit too. A lost job, a sick friend, a broken plan, mud gets thick. Buddhist prayer says don't fear it. Feel it. Alex learned this at work. Orders pile, tempers flare, a tray crashes. He steps aside, names it. This is fear. 5 breaths. He smells coffee, feels his pulse slow, hears a coworker hum. Zen teachings don't sugarcoat, they ground you. His lotus isn't fragile, it's forged in mess. One night, he's alone, power's out, phone's dead, dark presses in. Chaos whispers, but he lights a candle, breathes, sips cold tea from yesterday. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote, "Darkness feeds light." 5 minutes. The flame flickers, shadows dance, he feels warm. Buddhist prayer turns struggle into strength. Mud's not the end. Zen teachings say calm holds steady, even when life shakes. Alex's 5 minutes prove it. He's not just surviving, he's sprouting. This isn't escape. Bills linger, nights stay cold, chaos doesn't bow. But Alex blooms anyway, even shares it. His landlord grumbles about late rent. Alex nods, breathes, offers tea. 5 minutes later, they're talking, tension thaws. Science agrees. Mindfulness builds resilience, softens stress. One day he's tempted, TV noise calls. He stops, sits in dark, breathes. 5 minutes, silence sings, calm rises. Calmheal's Zen teachings root this. Lotus thrives in muck. You can stand firm too. Next chaos wave, late rent, a fight, a frozen pipe, pause. Breathe 5 times, name it, touch one thing. A wall, a cup. Mud's deep, but your lotus is deeper. Thich Nhat Hanh saw light in dark, do you? Let's wrap this up. Alex's calm became his power. In London's relentless pace, he turned mud into lotus daily. One day, the cafe's packed. Orders flood, machines groan, a toddler screams. Chaos reigns, but he breathes, steps back, anchors in. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "The miracle is to live." Zen teachings made it Alex's truth. 5 minutes bloom anywhere. He feels the counter, hears a laugh through the din. Calm holds. The mess stays, but he's free. Your power's waiting too. A crash deadline, a noisy flat, a tired mind, mud's everywhere. Buddhist prayer says embrace it, it's your soil. Alex shared this with Priya. She tries it during rush hour, breathing through shouts. 5 minutes, she smells pastries, feels steady, sees a regular smile. Zen teachings don't need quiet, they need you. Your lotus can grow in traffic, meetings, a crowded gym, anywhere life roars. One evening, Alex is broke, wallet's empty, fridge bare, a friend borrows cash he can't spare. Chaos stings, but he sits, breathes, recalls Thich Nhat Hanh. Joy needs sorrow. 5 minutes, he hears wind, feels alive, smells stale bread he forgot. Buddhist prayer isn't wishful, it's raw. Zen teachings say calm isn't fragile, it's fierce. Alex's 5 minutes turned weakness to strength. Mess didn't win. Calmheal makes this real. Lotus shines in chaos. Science echoes it. Pausing rewires you. Less panic, more grit. Alex blooms where he's planted, not where it's easy. One night, he's tempted. Phone's noise pulls hard. He stops, sits with tea, breathes, watches rain streak the glass. 5 minutes, steam rises, calm stays. Priya's niece tries it too. No toys, just breath, Giggles bloom in her mess. Thich Nhat Hanh knew. Mud's the start, not the stop. You've got this. Next mess, spilled juice, a late train, a broken charger. Breathe 5 times. Name it. Feel one thing. Your coat, the air. Chaos isn't king, your lotus is. Calmheal's Zenteachings prove it. Bloom now, even when it's loud. Where's your power hiding? Let's close this out. Alex's story proves it. Chaos isn't the end, it's the beginning. In London's rush, he found his lotus, 5 minutes at a time. Thich Nhat Hanh taught us, mud and calm dance together. Zen teachings from Calmheal make it real. Breathe, feel, bloom where you're stuck. It's not about clean slates, it's about messy growth. Alex, Priya, even her niece, they turned struggle into peace. You don't need perfection, just presence. Your lotus is waiting, right in life's mess. Where's your mud? That late bill, the loud world, your racing mind. What's growing there? Buddhist prayer says calm hides in chaos. Find it. Try it today. Pause, breathe 5 times, touch something real. Feel the shift. Zen teachings show us. No mess, no lotus. Alex bloomed amid London's noise. Where will you? Take 5 minutes, see what rises. Love this. Like it, share it. Let's grow calm together. Tell us below, what's your chaos, your lotus? Your words inspire us. Try those 5 minutes, share how it feels. Huge thanks for joining Calmheal. We're so grateful for you. Want more Zen teachings and Buddhist prayer? Subscribe, let's bloom through the mud.